You're watching the Nth Degree, where we talk about the latest trends, technologies, and innovations happening across the healthcare and the media spaces. I'm Amanda Preto, and I'm joined today by two incredible thought leaders here at CMI Media Group, Kelly Morrison and Debbie Makrakis. At the time of this recording, I'm excited to tell you that we are looking forward to the Super Bowl on Sunday, and I am a Philadelphia fan, so go Birds. But it seems all the more relevant to be having a conversation about the importance of sports to pharma and healthcare brands. So today we're going to talk about not only the passion and the excitement that sports brings, why pharma brands and healthcare brands should be thinking about this space for media and messaging, how consumers are engaging, what's different, where are these audiences, and what do they want from pharma brands. Hi, Kelly. I'm so glad to have you here today. So let's just take that step back. What is the relevance of sports in marketing?
The idea that athletes are operating at the pinnacle of their health is relevancy to anything for pharma brands. Also, there is the passion that comes with fans watching sports. They, as you just showed with the Go Birds, loyalty runs deep. And I think there is the building off of any ads or promotions that are happening while watching a sporting event, or even just participating it and being around a sporting event. That fandom is something to tap into. Also, athletes are followed by a lot and have a very powerful platform, and many athletes also have interests, whether it is something that they've experienced personally or if they are a caregiver. So those are ways to tap into it from a pharma lens with sports.
I think that's such an excellent point. We know that it's a passionate hobby for most of us. It's a place of interest, but the athletes and the sport itself is really a place where audiences are engaging in different ways. So, Debbie, what are your thoughts on that?
People resonate with sports, whether you're an HCP or you're a patient. It's a great way to reach our healthcare professionals when they're in that white coats off moment. Also, athletes do, like Kelly was saying, they do become a brand ambassador for you. We've seen there's an NHL player who had a family member diagnosed with cancer and became an advocate for the treatments and the drugs. And then Simone Biles during the Olympics, she was an advocate for her mom who has type 2 diabetes. And, they were filming commercials, getting the drugs name out there and getting the awareness out there. So it goes so much further than just the sports enthusiasm. It's such a great place to connect with your audience, whether they be an HCP or a patient.
I totally agree. Let's keep going. And Debbie, let's stay with you. So, I think it can be hard a little bit to measure the value or define the value of this space for brands. How can we show the value and the impact that um, sports marketing has as we're trying to make sure that everything we do brings relevance and value, and we're able to point to the metrics and the ROI?
Yeah, Amanda, I think that's a great question. So basically, what we see in all of video, and it's no different in sports, is that there's an halo effect. If you're in a major sporting event, not even a major sporting event, if you're in NFL, MLB, soccer, you're talking to your fans, and then we see that halo effect. They see our commercial, then they're searching for content, whether they're Googling. If they see an ad on, social media, they recognize it. So they're more inclined to take an action and click on it or engage with it. So when we're looking to monetize it, we can look at, yes, we can look at our impressions and our reach and frequency. We can also look at an uptick in searches and also brand mentions on social media. Additionally, it doesn't even have to just be a 15, 30, or 60-second spot within the game. If you have a logo up there, there's technology out there that can look at your logo, see how long it's been on screen, and we can put a value behind it. So there are several different ways that we can monetize it.
To chime in off of that, brand lift studies have also been things that we've been including with some of our sports marketing opportunities. So knowing that a lot of what is being done around the sports marketing realm is an awareness play, it is something that we consider for how to monetize and capture that ROI.
I think that's Incredible. So I'm thinking just the way you're describing this, I'm imagining like stadiums and logos and TV. Talk to us a little bit more about how we're targeting specific audiences and what that looks like for brands.
Yeah, I can jump in here for yeah, there's different targeting for both our healthcare professionals as well as our patients. You know, when looking to target healthcare professionals, we can use our first party NPI lists. We can look at disease states. We can go for third party specialists of say an oncologist or cardiologist, whatever it may be. And then for our patients, we use pretty much the same thing. We can still do disease state. We can also use our data suppliers, such as a Crossix or Swoop, where we're looking to get people who are diagnosed with a certain disease.
Yep. And I think seeing the migration of sports from a linear TV perspective to more of the streaming services, that is a way that we're able to target and be efficient with our buys, knowing that this HCP is registered and being able to target through those platforms.
Yeah, and that's one of the great things about sports making the shift into the streaming landscape is that now we're able to get much more niche in our targeting. Linear TV is fantastic to get mass awareness, but especially for our clients, we're trying to get more niche with our HCPs and our patients, and that gives us the ability to do it with the streaming platforms.
What is new? What is emerging?
Women's sports are obviously going to come up as being emerging, but I would challenge that as they are a movement, not a moment. There's a lot of interest around those. We're seeing a lot of different sports pop up, such as pickleball. Um, Tiger Woods' new offering within golf is another example. And so it's being able to be very targeted, knowing what we know about those different leagues.
Yeah, and not only that, looking at how many live sports are coming to the streaming platforms. I mean, look at Netflix. They had the Tyson fight that was live, that was streamed. They also had the Christmas NFL games. So it's just different areas. Last year, the playoffs on Peacock did phenomenal. So we're seeing the consumption differently too.
What do you see as a top opportunity and a top challenge for pharma brands?
Another trend that we're seeing is around snackable consumption of sports. You still will have consumers that are watching the entire sporting event from start to finish. But there is the emerging trend around watching highlight reels and watching snippets of the sporting event. So that's something to keep in mind too of how to advertise for pharma around those snackable moments.
Yeah, and on top of that as well, if you look at with the Super Bowl coming up, YouTube always has that platform where they have all of the ads. So even though you may not be able to afford an $8 million spot in the Super Bowl, you can get into the action that way as well, and reach those consumers where they're searching out Super Bowl content, the ads that'll be playing, and all things Super Bowl.
This is a great conversation. Very exciting times, right? Not just because it's Super Bowl weekend almost, but because there is a lot of opportunity here for pharma and health brands. And sports pun, because I can't help it. I'm so glad to have Kelly and Debbie on my team. And with that, we will wrap up the Nth Degree. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon.